So we're going to give you a quick video on how to change the brake pads. Got a bike here where it's grating because the brake pads are worn right out. That one there, you can see that's actually still okay, but on this side the brake pad is worn right down and it's actually hitting on the rubber, so therefore it's making big loud noises and not working, not going to be safe anymore. So we've got some new brake pads. You can just get these from your bike shop or from a Kmart type store. These actually came off eBay, and these ones are actually directional. You'll see here it says front left, and this one says front right. So I mean, I'm sure they would go both directions, but obviously for this patterning they've got in the rubber here, they've got sides as well. Now the bend, you'll notice, obviously when it goes up on the wheel it needs to follow the contour of the wheel like that. It doesn't go the other way around, and that's all there is to it. When you look at this, you might look at it and think, goodness, how do I get that undone? There's an Allen key in there in the end, and we undo that with an Allen key. That'll take the brake pad off. We don't have to adjust this Allen key here, but this is going to be made more difficult by the basket, but we do actually need to release the cable. That's that bolt there. To release the cable, we're going to be adjusting the brakes anyway, but so that this opens up and we've got plenty of space to then put the new brake pads in. Okay, so we're going to release this caliper to start with. We're just going to let the tension off the cable. So there's a 10mm nut there. We just undo that and it will release that cable just like that, and you can see the brake shoes are opening up. Some brakes will open up in a different direction. That's all okay. There we go. Now it's totally released. So if you come around here to where I'm pointing, you see that brake pads come right back. So now we'll get the Allen key into here and undo this brake pad and take it off. So this here's where the Allen key goes. Allen keys, if they're really tight, you can use them this way and get a lot more leverage. And this is going to be pretty tight, of course. Oh, it's going to be very tight actually. There we go. That's undone. And I'll take this one all the way. So, get the Allen key out again. We'll spin that right off, and you'll see there'll be all sorts of spacers and washers on here. So here's the new front right brake pad, and it's going to go in place there. So we'll get all of the old stuff out of the way so that we don't mix it up, and then we'll take off. You see here there's the two half moon boots. They'll be getting the shape right. So we take off that, the washer, that, and that. They all fit in that order. And then this goes up here, goes onto there, and then these go on in the order that they were. So it's that half moon one, that half moon one, and then that one, which has got that shape that matches up to that half moon, and then the washer, and then the nut. Here we go. Started. We can't have it cross-threaded. So what you do then, you pull these up and you work out the positioning of the brake pad. It has to come and line up, not touching the wheel at all. It has to come so that when it's going to be braking, it's going to be contacting the metal rim and not contacting the rubber at all. When it's in the right position, you can then do it up. And all of those washers and spacers, the half moon domes, will get it all to go to the right direction. So it's a matter of getting, yep, that's lined up well. You might have to hold it down with your thumb as you tighten it up. Okay, one done. So then you just reverse it on the other side, and then I'll show you how to reattach the cable. So here's the 2 old brake pads, that one there. Now we've got a couple of bikes with the same pads, so they can be kept as a spare. But this one, as you can see, it's bitten right down and right through to the metal, even. So that one is toast. You can see there where it's been rubbing on the plastic and even down to the metal. So we'll replace the pair. Probably the uneven wear is because of the basket. The brake's not getting to move evenly, so that's probably why one pad's really worn a lot and the other one hasn't. Okay, so we'll put the new brake pad into position. Again, this is directional, so we've checked that we've got the right direction, and then getting the I've actually got that on backwards, getting that way, and then this one with the matching dome, that enables it to sit in the right position, and then the washer, and then the nut, and again we'll tighten this up, and then get that. Just by pressing the arm over, you can see where it's going to contact the rim, and then tighten it up at that point. So you do have to put quite a bit of pressure onto this as you're doing it up, because the brake pad, those little dome washers, adjust it forwards and backwards. I did it up tight, but it didn't leave the brake pad coming in flat. So if you press it down tight and get it into exactly where you want it, and then do it up, it'll make all of the adjustments and get it so the brake pad pulls down level for you. So we're going to put the brake caliper back on now, and the first thing, this is your adjustment on your brake. This is the front brake here, and it was fully out. So what we do, we wind it in so that we can wind it out in order to tighten things up, give us some adjustment, and even leave a bit so you can loosen it off a bit if need be. So get that so you've got some adjustment to start with. Then we're going to come down here, and this little arm here has to come over. That arm sits in like that. That pulls through. You're going to pull that cable through right up like that until it feels like the brake is on. Like that, and that rubber, that's actually showing me that I need to put more spaces in between the brake pad and here, because it's going in too far and it's not leaving enough travel for the rubber and all the rest of it. So I need to take these off and put more spaces in so the brake pad is further in. So I reversed those spaces, putting the bigger spacer on the tyre side so the brake pad was a little bit closer to the wheel, and then did up the 10mm nut, and that was it. We're all done. Just a little adjustment with that top wheel to adjust the brake pads and the brakes, a test ride, and we're all done. Good luck as you put your own brake pads on.